More often than not, when most people consider the issue of migrant deportation, a very vulnerable segment of the population is forgotten: the children. CVM News spoke with the stakeholders on the trauma and impact of deportations on children. With scores of deportees expected in short order given the U.S. president's mass deportation plans, Jamaica is on high alert to chart a course for reintegrating those with useful skills and no other criminal antecedents. However, for those with a record of deviance, there's a rigid intel gathering and heightened vigilance process in train. In much of the chaos, one critical group could be overlooked: the children. Criminologist Dr. Jason Mackay notes the trauma of such an exercise.
It's extremely traumatizing because you're being sent out of your country, which you know as your country, where you're quite possibly being born, but you cannot stay if your parents are leaving, or you came there as very, very young, so you know nothing else, and then being uprooted, perhaps to go to a country where the language spoken is different. The levels of poverty are different, the culture of the country is different, everything. It's an extremely traumatizing thing for an adult, much as a child. And there's very little ways you can actually cushion this blow once you move in this direction, which is why you should never allow your country to get to this direction, where you have somehow allowed in this many undocumented people. Because when you start to act on it, you come across as inhumane.
A view held by former Jamaican ambassador to the United Nations and diaspora member Ambassador Curtis Ward, who shares the effect of the mass deportations will be dire, especially for families.
It is inhumane, it is immoral, and it is totally anti-immigrants of color in particular. And you may also say the program is racist. Chances of being picked up is significant, and if you can leave the country before being picked up in this dragnet and resettle back in your home country, you will be a lot better off. But many people will take the chance of staying here because what they might be leaving behind would be family members which they are not prepared to leave behind.
More than 5,000 undocumented migrants are earmarked for deportation to Jamaica in coming months, not to be confused, it's said, with ongoing deportation from previous arrangements.